Hey, good morning, everybody. It's Hammer. Today is Tuesday, July 23rd, 2024. I, of course, am with Originator Success here with your daily mortgage rate update, the only place on the web where you guys get to join me live each and every weekday morning, 9:30 a.m. Eastern time on YouTube and Facebook. If you're here live, say good morning. If you're watching on the replay, don't forget to give me a hashtag replay in the comments. Let me know that you're here. Either way, don't forget to smash that like button, tag another friend, share us in a group, all that good stuff. Remember, you can go ahead and sign up for our free email lock advice. Comes out every weekday morning, www. You can also sign up for our tech.com, $7 a month, or use this cool QR code. If you'd like to be reminded that I'm going live so that you can go ahead and go to hmmr.io/finder or use this cool QR code. Last but not least, go ahead and check us out at originatorssuccess.com. Find out how we help you get loans from Google and social media. So we got all that stuff out of the way. Bada bing, bada boom. Let's go ahead and let me bring up the screens. Let's talk about what we got going on this morning. Oh, Yve, this thing gives me a hard time. Hold on, here we go. All right. So mortgage-backed securities up 6 basis points to start the day, but we're still, very much in that same realm where we've been right around 101. Right now at 100.90. That's kind of the lowest point that we've seen. If we go ahead and let me get my head out of the way for a minute. Let's see if this will let us zoom in or, yep. Okay, cool. So let's zoom in a little bit on the. Let's keep zooming. There you go. All right. So take a look up here at the 5-day chart. Anything are a breakdown of the day. This is today, Tuesday. This is Monday. This is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday of last week. So 7/17 Wednesday of last week. So we were kind of floating along at this high point. And then on Thursday, the 19th, or no, this was Friday, the 19th, we went ahead and lost ground, right? So that, again, I think that if it was just caused by the Microsoft outage, we probably would have gotten a stronger rebound. So maybe this is just kind of where the ebb and flow of rates. We talk about the fact that there is an ebb and a flow and it's cyclical, right? Yesterday, we were improving a little bit, lost some ground during the day, ended the day kind of flat. Today, also holding flat. So yesterday we were up a few basis points in the morning, and then we ended the day down a couple of basis points. Not enough to worry about. It's going to put most. Let's see what more. Yeah, they've got 8.9. Today we would be at the same thing, 6.89. It's just really not a lot of benefit to this. As far as actual lock advice, if we take a look, see, where to go from here. We've been talking about the fact that everything is just continuing to. Let me shrink this back down now. Oops, wrong screen. Hold on a minute. Click here, down. Okay, so everything has just been kind of flat. 10-year Treasury yield 4.25 is kind of the high point here. This blue line is the 25-day moving average. It's giving us some technical support. We're not pushing up past that, but that's because yield is backwards to the rate over here to the bonds. These bonds we want to see move up. The yield, we want to see that move down. But everything's very flat. Today, we're going to get the PMI data. That's going to come out at around 10 a.m. Shouldn't be any big move, but it could send bonds down a little bit, could send them up a little bit. But that's going to be right as pricing comes out anyway. So you're not going to see any real big move in that. So, but where are all y'all? Let's see. Let's put the chat overlay up and have a conversation here today. Let's flip these. Yeah, let's flip those around like that. Okay, so let's see who we got here. Mallory. Good morning, Mallory Fodiatis. Deb Dickinson, Kenny Rivard, Mike Tebow. Great to see you, sir. Michael Love, Ron Siegel. Ron said, am I the only one that can barely hear Hammer today? Are you guys having audio issues? Let me know in the comments. Let me see if there's a setting. Looks like this is up all the way. Let me check this one. Everything should be about the same. Was it still up there? Oh, this is funny. As I change these screens, they change the different things that are on there. Allison says the audio is good. So thank you, Allison. Appreciate that. Good morning, Ron. Good morning. Ron says it's National Vanilla Ice Cream Day. Of course, the most boring ice cream, vanilla ice cream. At least go vanilla bean. Amy Blauser, good morning. Lisa Norman, Megan Lindberg, Angela Walters, thank you. Deb Dickinson, we're breaking up a little bit. That's my crappy internet. So awesome. I appreciate all of you that can hear me. Again, today's going to be a quiet day. It's going to be a fairly quiet week. I think we'll get a little bit more improvement as we get towards the end of the week. We want to continue floating. Next week, of course, is when all the action happens. That's when we're going to get into the Fed meeting. There's no Fed speakers this week. They're on their blackout period, but we will see Nick Timiraos over at the Wall Street Journal. Generally, he is the Fed whisperer. The Fed will kind of leak some stuff to him, and he'll write an article. Let's see, we get the meeting on the 31st, so he'll write an article on the 30th. Let's go a little conspiracy theory today. We're 6 minutes in, so there's really nothing else to talk about here. If anybody, doesn't want to have this conversation, now's the good time to bail. I don't want to get into any derogatory politics, no mudslinging, but I did read an interesting post on Facebook that kind of went along with what I was thinking today, and I want to see if anyone else thinks this. Does anyone find it odd that Biden pulled out of re-election via Twitter, and that it was during him having COVID when he has been sequestered away? Does anyone think that it would not necessarily be out of the question to find out in a few days that Biden succumbed to COVID-related illness and has passed away? I mean, I'm not wishing it on him. I don't wish that on anybody, but this whole thing just seems odd, and it feels like an emergency situation. Now, rate related or market related, not seeing any real rumors on this yet, but I wonder if any of that's in the markets too. I wonder if traders kind of think this going on. I don't know that it would necessarily matter now. I think what could happen is that they were putting the groundwork for, Kamala Harris to run, and then now all of a sudden she could actually get sworn in. I don't put anything past where the world is at today. Everything does seem a little bit odd. Amy says she thinks it's odd too. Ron, I have Starlink, dude, but the problem is, do you see all these trees behind me? All these happy trees behind. And by the way, mine's 110 a month, not 50 a month. I don't know how you guys Starlink so much cheaper than I did. But you see all these trees. The problem is that I live in an area where when it pushes that northern satellite, I catch the leaves on the trees, and I'd have to go nuts cutting them, and I'm not going to do that, especially because I'm working on getting fiber into my neighborhood. It'll be in probably by the end of the year. We'll have fiber, and then I'll have true high speed internet. So, but yeah, I mean, a lot of you guys are saying the same thing. If it was the case, they would put Harris as POTUS immediately. I don't think they would have, Stephanie. I don't think they would have put her in immediately. I think they wanted to clean some things up. We could go deeper on that, but yeah, I mean, it's possible, right? But I think that they set her up and line her up, and then in a few days, all of a sudden, she does become and gains that momentum. I think there was a lot, rather than just having put her in, which would be a panic situation, and then yeah, Sean, I know, again, a lot of us are just very curious. So again, I'm not wishing it on anybody. He is an older gentleman though, and COVID can be really rough as you get older. So, all right, enough on that. Just curious. Figured we'd chat about it. As far as rates and pricing and all that's the good stuff go, again, it's gonna be a quiet day, y'all. Don't expect much as far as seeing any real rate movements this week. Hopefully, if we do lose ground, I call it drift. Right? What happens is sometimes you see where bonds will drift lower. If we do see that, hopefully the PCE data at the end of the week pulls us back up a little bit, kind of restores us back to where we were. It would be nice to pick up this, a little less than an eighth of a point from that we lost last week, which was kind of surprising on Friday, but I'm not really too worried about it overall. Otherwise, nothing else to really go on about. It's all the same old, and same old song and dance and all that good stuff. So, all right, my friends, well, you guys have a fantastic Tuesday. Not going to lie, tomorrow will be more of the same, very similar. Not a lot to really talk about as we get, Friday, we'll talk about the PCE data. Until then, between now and then, it's going to be quiet. So, all right, y'all have a great one. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.